Good morning. Good morning. Today is November 25th, 24th, 25th. Yesterday was 24. 25th. It is 5:26 in the morning. And thanks a lot for checking me out this morning. Come and get our walks, get our energy, get my thoughts in line, have something positive to think about, because sometimes you just need some positive thoughts. Yep. I was curious a few days ago. My mile just finished. I was curious a few days ago. My brother had texted me and talking about venting and how he feels like sometimes there's no place to go venting, no one to vent to, no outlet. And I felt like the same way too at times. But then you find a few good friends that you're able to share your thoughts with, and then they become kind of like your sounding board, the people that you express your more inner thoughts to. And that word venting is kind of interesting, because in the word venting you have the word vent. And what is a vent? What's a vent? Maybe it's an area in your house, maybe it's a thing above your stove. And a vent is a thing that allows air to pass through to escape. And so when you're venting, you're letting all that bad air that's stuck inside of you out. Now, sometimes I feel that keeping air in is a good thing. For example, if it's going with the food example, if you're smoking meat, right, you don't want any of that smoke to get out while you're smoking the meat. You want it to stay in as long as possible in order for the meat to have that nice smoky flavor, and really for that smoke to penetrate into as deep as possible into that piece of meat. So in that case, keeping the air in, not venting that air out, is a good thing. And in that article I read, they talked about a pressure cooker. And I didn't really know how a pressure cooker worked, how a pressure cooker actually cooked food. So I looked it up. And what I found was, and maybe this is general knowledge that I just don't know, but a pressure cooker will cook food, and as the steam rises, the pressure cooker is sealed so shut that hot air is not able to escape out. And so what happens is the boiling point normally of food, of liquids, is 212 degrees Fahrenheit. But as that steam rises, if you think of a boiling pot of water on the stove, all that steam is flying off. The water vapors are flying off as it reaches its boiling point, and it escapes into the air. And slowly the water level in the pot gets lower and lower and lower, because all of the water molecules are turning into vapors. But what a pressure cooker does is it keeps all of that steaming hot air inside of the pot, because it's sealed so shut. And so what that does is that circulates into the pot, so that the boiling point is no longer 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Now it is way hotter. So it's a lot hotter in that pressure cooker than you can get outside in any other normal pot, because of keeping it in for so long and not letting it out. And thus, in effect, it cooks the food faster because it can get a lot hotter, and it also allows the food to become kind of like that smokiness, that the food can get infused with all the flavors around it a lot quicker as well, because a lot of that steam and air cannot escape. So essentially that's how a pressure cooker works, and I just learned that yesterday. The boiling point in a pressure cooker is not infinite, but it's really high, way higher than 200 degrees, where water would normally turn to vapors. So sometimes keeping your air in, like a pressure cooker, is a good thing, right? If you're making a good steak, or you're making a good stew, and you want that meat to be really tender, then yeah, keeping that air in it is a good thing. and it makes the food taste better. It actually cooks a lot faster, and you can get things done a lot quicker. Kind of like life. If you keep some things in and you just really put a lot of focus into it and compact that time, no distractions, then the output will be a lot quicker and also a lot better quality, because you weren't distracted while the cooking process is going on. When it comes to our feelings though, being like a pressure cooker is not good. Because what happens is you keep all your feelings inside, and that pressure cooker keeps all that pressure in. And if you are to be the wrong person, unknowing that it's a pressure cooker and it's not the right kind of cooker, or not the normal kind of pot that you can just pull off the lid and not expect anything to happen, what happens is if you keep all that pressure in, somebody's going to do something, say something to you, and it's going to set you off, and you literally are like a time bomb. And so they press that trigger on the pressure cooker and they try to open it up, and boom. And that's what happens if you try to keep in these negative feelings, these bad poisonous feelings in so long. So it's good to have some kind of release, some kind of therapy that allows you to get your feelings out. And we were at a gathering last night and talking about a friend of ours that he just talks and 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 talks. And this person just feels like he has no his energy levels are infinite. And I kind of thought about it. I said, why is he like that? And the reason is because he probably doesn't have an outlet any other time during the week, during the month, to meet friends and to talk. And so those are his moments that he just has to kind of get everything out. He's kind of like a walking encyclopedia. He knows everything about everything, a little bit about everything at least. So we don't want to be that person. So much to the point that some of our friends are like, man, it's so tiring being around someone like that. And I agree. If someone doesn't give you an opportunity to breathe, or you don't see them breathing, first of all, then you start worrying about them, as well as it becomes taking over the conversation, taking over the moment. So if you have something inside and you don't have an outlet, make an outlet for yourself. And so I told my brother yesterday that recently I've discovered that writing is my outlet. Writing is my outlet, and I've had some feelings get stirred up recently, and I just had to write some things out and to look at it again, and that really helped me a lot. And morning. And so yeah, I look at writing as a way I can get my thoughts back out on paper, and I like it because I can go back and look at it later on. I said, hey, I had some thought about a pressure cooker somewhere at some time, so I just go into my search engine, just type in pressure cooker, and then there it is. Oh, it's on November 25th that I talked about the pressure cooker, something like that. And yeah, so sometimes pressure is good. Pressure, they always give the cliche illustration about pressure makes carbon, turns into diamonds, you know? And it's true. It's the weight of the earth, the whole earth, that makes a carbon atom into diamonds. But a lot of the other times, though, the pressure that we get from around us, we need some kind of release. So find some friends, find a piece of paper, find maybe something else that might work for you. Maybe you like talking, and so you don't want to talk about somebody in front of somebody, or that certain someone is the person that you're angry with, or that pressure is being kept in because of that person. So don't go to talk to that person, because you'll set yourself off and you'll blow up yourself. But use the voice recorder feature on your phones. Writing, talk to a friend, talk to parents, family, somebody who cares about you, so that you can get some of these things off your chest. So yeah, thanks a lot for checking in on me again. Hopefully that's something of value to you. I've been slowly watching my weight increase a little bit. At one time, about a month and a half ago, I was about 247. Right now I'm about 252 consistently, and that's the scary part. It's consistently. I'm about 251, 52 in the mornings. So I gotta readjust my eating patterns again. and try to bring that weight back down. But I still feel healthy. I still feel great. Still love coming out here and doing these talks and making these videos. Love you guys. Thank you guys very much for checking in on me, saying hello, and hopefully you got something of benefit from this video. If you did, leave a comment down below and hit the subscribe button, or introduce to somebody else. Maybe they want to know about a pressure cooker and how a pressure cooker actually cooks food. Yeah, and by the way, pressure cooking food is amazing. It's great and it's fast. Yeah, my mom used to use a pressure cooker a lot. Love you guys. Aloha. Take care. See you tomorrow.